Remember, it took a couple of minutes to let you guys in because we were just waiting on all the teachers to be here. And we also try to ensure that the features are working. We also try to ensure that the chat and other features are working for you guys. If you are here in the main room, we are going to be doing math, right? I'm going to keep the chat open. Make sure you will follow my expectations. Oh, the only thing you put in chat is what pertains to topic and on task, right? In this session, we will go over quiz 3.07 starting question 4. I'll do question 4 and question 5. After that, we'll have plenty of time to answer any questions that you have, and we can always go back and forth with questions again. And this is first variety of question 4. If you are still wondering with what Miss Syed is talking about, I am talking about 3.07 quiz. Question 4. Each quiz will have 4 varieties. Preston, yes. Each quiz question will have 3 varieties. 3, not 4. 3 varieties. This is the first variety of question 4. Got it? The table shows the number of calories in different number of apples. How many calories are in 9 apples? So you have all this information and they want to ask you how many calories, if you want to create another piece over here, how many calories are there in 9 apples? Oh, I'm not sharing the right screen with you. Let me go back and right here. So they're asking you then how many calories are there in 9 apples? So put a question mark for calories and you want to find for 9. Everybody get started. You will all have some different strategies. Joycelyn, I got your answer. And I agree to you. Okay, use the different strategies that you have to get to the answer and show me how you will do that. And I also like your strategy. Excellent. That's called some high order thinking, Joycelyn. You want to find for 9 apples, how many calories? Let's see. Let's make some connections. You know for 3 apples, it is 195 calories. For 3 apples, it is 195 calories. So in order to find for 9 apples, you can, what are you doing, right? From 3 apples to 9 apples, you're actually multiplying by 3, right? You're finding 3 times more. You can then do the same strategy. You will go to get to this missing number. You should do 195 3 times. This was kind of one very compatible number to go from 3 to 9, and that is why I chose this number, right? So 195 3 times, and that will give you the number of calories. Go ahead, calculate. Tell me how much it is. Very good, Nathan. Nathan, I received your message that you want to work on a different quiz. And I'm going to pause my work and I will talk to you, Nathan. Those of us who are attending Open Office are attending very regularly. There are around 60 of us who attend very regularly and work on current assignments for the week. It will be very frustrating for those to go back and do a quiz they have worked on for 2 days with me in Open Office. I suggest you to watch recordings. And recordings are in your Monday email, in your gradebook. Watch recordings before you ask me to go over an entire quiz. Once you watch recordings and you find that a certain question still did not make sense, you can always request me and we can go over that certain question for you, right? So it's kind of fair with everybody. Okay, 585 calories will be in 9 apples. Let's go ahead and look at second variety of question 4. And here it is. The table shows the cost for different number of jackets. What is the cost of 3 jackets? What is the cost of 3 jackets? Chloe already got the, okay, this is question 4, second variety, right? We want to find for 3 jackets, and I'm going to create some space here for this 3 jackets. We want to find how much is the cost. Everybody get started. Use the different strategies that you have, and let's figure it out. Times 1, Huria? Huria, think about it, what you will times by. I know you can think about it. I know if you will think harder. Joycelyn, I like your strategy. I'll give you Joycelyn's strategy. Joycelyn says, people, add another number for yourself and first find for 1 jacket. Find the cost of 1 jacket. Can you find the cost of 1 jacket? Edgar, the answer is a little off. Chloe, excellent. Excellent. Edgar, some 1 digit is off, right? So if you want to find for 1 jacket, how do you find for 1 jacket? You will do 46.5 divide by 2. You will do half of 46.5, right? That is going to be the cost of 1 jacket. Okay, half of 46 is simple. Half of 4 is 2. Half of 6 is 3. Put a decimal. And half of 50 cents is 25 cents. This is the cost of 1 jacket. $23.25. Now write down really small and fit that in. And it is going to be easier for me to find now the cost of 3 jackets. Because from 1 to 3, I can go easily, right? 25. So let's see. Now, I can go from 1 to 3. How? Multiply by 3. Excellent, Huria. So I can times it by 3 now. Multiply this one by 3. People, see how much do you get? If you are going to excel at Edgar, excellent. If you're going to excel at these kind of strategies, you're going to be very successful in your higher grade levels. Higher grade levels, there's so much to do with making connections between the values in a table. There's a lot to do with making connections within the table. And yeah, when you multiply, your answer is going to be 69.75, right? If you multiply it by 3, some of you can even do a really good mental math. The answer, triple times of 2 is going to be 6. Triple time of 3 times 3 is going to be 9. And the 25 cents 3 times is 75. So this is the answer, right? In dollars. If you want to go a step further and think about the equation, can someone complete writing the equation for this one? Y equals, remember the proportional equation we used to look at last week? Can someone write the equation in terms of y equals? Very good. Yes. The equation is going to be relating to the unit, right? Using this part. And that is going to be y equals 23.25x. The number here always is the unit rate for 1. And this is how you can express in terms of equation. Just as a little review. Everybody remembers? Kayla. Yes, I divided by 2 and then times by 3. I did 63. Let me see. It's a typo. It's not going to be 63, 69. Who fixed me? Let me see. I deserve some extra points. Huria, email me. You deserve an extra point because you are correcting me. I am talking a lot, so definitely multitasking. And you guys need to see my work and fix it. Huria says, Miss Syed, not 63, 69. 3 times 3 is 9. Note, 69.75. Okay, third variety of question 4. Third variety of question 4. The table shows the number of blueberry muffins in different number of batches. How many muffins are in 4 batches? Now they're becoming smarter and smarter. They want to make less connections between the values in the table. You want to figure out for 4. 4 batches will have how many muffins, right? Everybody get started. Let's see how you will approach the question. Oh, very good, Chloe. Excellent. Chloe, I am very proud of you. Chloe gave me the equation, like the rule, and then it was easy for her to generate the answer. Joycelyn, excellent. So what your class is again doing? They are first thinking about 1. They're first thinking about 1 batch, okay? If there are 36 muffins in 3 batches, you can find for 1, right? By dividing. That tells you that in each batch there will be 12 muffins, like a dozen of muffins, right? 12 is a dozen. Then you can easily figure out for 4. So you can do 1 times 4 to get to 4. And then 12 times 4 to get to this missing value. And 12 times 4 gets you 48. That is going to be the answer. The cost of 4 batches. Is it cost or is it number of muffins? It's number of muffins. So there are going to be 48 muffins in 4 batches. Huria, very good. Or add another 12. That also works. I'm going to pause. Are there any questions about this one? Also, let's think about the equation, the proportional equation. How will that look like? Some of you already answered for proportional equation. This is like a step further. Y equals, refer to your unit rate for 1. In 1 batch, there are 12 muffins. So Y will equal, very good, it will equal 12x. This is how the equation looks like. The question doesn't ask you this, but we are just trying to learn a little bit extra. You're trying to review a little bit extra, right? This is how the equation looks like. Question 5. Are we all ready for question 5? Question 5 says, the table shows the number of cans of soup shipped in different numbers of boxes. And the question is asking you to write an equation. They gave you 4 equations. It is a multiple choice. So write an equation to express the relationship between the number of boxes B and the number of cans C. Right? As you saw, for writing the equation, we needed this part. We need a find for 1. To write the equation, we always want to find for 1. Can you find for 1? Joycelyn, excellent. So I'm going to use this value to find for 1. Okay. If 2 boxes have 96 cans, I will do 96 divided by 2 to find for 1 box. And when I do that, I get 48 in each box, right? And this will help me write the equation. Everybody, now that you know in 1 box there are 48 cans, express this as an equation. And use the terms that they ask you to use. Don't use Y and X. They want something like C and B. B is boxes, C is cans. Let me go write those variables that they want you to use. They want you to give answer in terms of C for cans, B for number of boxes. Always the equation starts with C or Y. This is like the Y, right? The equation starts with C equals, we figured out 48 was for each. So 48, B, 48 times boxes, B. Right? They just use some different variables. We all need to know how to use them. Let's see. Naila, we will go to that question after I'm going to go over question 5. Okay? Yes, Naila, you are actually reminding me. That was question 1. I remember. You told me in class. And I hope you figured something out because I'm going to hear back from you right now. There are 2 more varieties we're going to go over and we will look at that one. Good, you reminded me. Let me see. Yes, Jana, you are right. I agree to you. This is question 5, second variety. The table shows the number of minutes in different number of days. We want to simply express that as an equation. Right? And to write in terms of equation, remember, important thing is we want to find for one. Find for one day. Everybody go figure it out. How you'll find for one day? Use some information from the table. You can use any of the values, but I try to use some smaller values and do less work. So in 4 days, 5,760 minutes. So I can do 5,760 divided by 4. And that tells me for one day. I'm going to pause, use your time, divide. I think this division was not at all a hard one. Very good, Chloe. I agree to your equation. Joycelyn, how many 17? So 1, 4, 4, 0. Joycelyn, 16. There are 4 16s going to that. Kayla, very good. Storm, very good. Tiam, very good. Excellent. So that is 1, 4, 4, 0. Right? Over here, for 1, it is going to be 1, 4, 4, 0. And how will you express that as an equation? Let's see. These are the variables they have given you. They want you to use number of days is D and number of minutes is M. The equation always starts with output, and output is M. So M equals, you put in your unit rate 1440 and then put the D. There you go, your equation is there. The quiz has 4 answer choices for equations. You pick the right equation. Absolutely, Naila. I know you're going to be back on time. Anybody has any questions? Okay, let's go ahead and move on. I am also looking at how you guys are doing in Nearpod. So this is 3.07. About grapes. Again, they also want you to write down an equation. Write an equation to express the relationship. To write an equation, you want to first find for 1 pound. What is the cost? Okay. Everybody find the cost of 1 pound. When you know the cost of 3 pounds is $7.38. So $7.38 divided by 3. Chloe, I'm following your chat. Let's see. Do you have a question, Chloe? Feel free to put that in the chat. Yeah, you want to hop on the mic, Chloe? Or if you want, it's more personal question, you can type it out. $2.46, Surya, you are right. 2.46. The variables they have given us in this question are cost is C and pounds is P. Remember, equation always starts with output, so you start with C equals 246P. Okay, Chloe. Chloe, no, you don't have to. Good way, Chloe, to see is go to math, go to classes and click math. Then click grades. Then click grades. If you see the word exempt by a certain assignment, you're exempted. I probably went in and exempted you from all the assignments that you are not here part of the school. You'll just do the work from when you started with me in my math classes. So go to the gradebook. If you want me to tell you, send me an email and I'm going to verify with you what assignments you should be working on. And I can verify. But if you will go to your gradebook and anything that says exempt means you are spared. You don't have to do it. Right? Naila, are you here? Naila. Anytime. Naila seems to be here. And Naila needed help with question 1 and the very first variety of question 1 that we did together yesterday. I'm going to bring the question up again and see how you guys will handle it. It is just interesting to see your way of thinking about questions. This was question 1 we did yesterday. This was also Naila's question. She asked me in class. So Jose bought 1.5 pounds of apples for $3.60. How much would 3/4 of pound of apples cost? Remember, how much is 3/4? 3/4 is 0.75. Okay. Everybody get started. I want to see how you are thinking about this problem. If you were with us, you probably even looked at the problem yesterday. There was one very easy strategy we guys used to solve this one. We didn't do a lot of math in this one, Naila. Because when we changed it to a decimal, CJ, I'm not the leader of the teachers, but I requested them to still have the main room. So because I'm going to be talking about math and I can have more functions, because so many of you guys are here and you guys want help on your quizzes. And the teachers were generous enough to let me have the main room. That also means that I have to be more on time with OpenOffice, and I try to follow up with your other teachers if I don't see them there and make sure everybody's in place before I open the session up. So I'm not the leader, but they have been very generous to let me have the main room so I can talk about math, right? Just math's just like you guys need more practice and you guys need more options in the class. So we can avail that this way. And in this one, how we set it up, Naila, was we knew that the cost of 1.5 pounds is like LB, right? The cost of 1.5 pounds of apples is $3.60. Right, Naila? This is what is given to you over here in the opening sentence. Then if you want to find the cost of 3/4 pound, and 3/4 pound is also like 0.75 pounds. Then you can figure it out. If you look at the numbers carefully, Nyla, and we did yesterday, this 0.75 was half of this number. So they're actually asking you for half the quantity. So to find half, you are dividing by 2. And in order to find the cost of this half amount of apples, you could just have divided 360 by 2. And half of $3.60 turns out to be $1.80. This is how we did the question using some decimals and our logical thinking with doing some little amount of math. Nyla, your question is up here on the screen. Yes, Surya, very good. Nyla, they gave you for 1.5 pounds, the cost is $360. Then they're asking you for 0.75 pounds. 0.75 pounds happen to be half of 1.5 pounds. And finding half is dividing by 2. So I just divided the cost by 2, and that gave me the cost for 3/4 or 0.75 pounds. We still have a little over a minute. Does anybody need help with any other question? If you need help with some question that doesn't belong to this quiz, we can also do that. Nobody needs help with anything? Was there any hard question you want me to go over again? Paxton wants question 2. Okay, Paxton. Paxton, there are 3 varieties. How does your question 2 looks like? You want to find unit rate, Paxton, right? And in each case, the method is same. Perfect, Huria. Paxton, I'm not sure if this is your question 2, but simply you are finding constant of proportionality. And constant of proportionality, Paxton, means you're finding for 1 minute in this case, right? Then how many pages are read in 1 minute? Simply, what do? We take this information and try to find for 1 minute. If in 8 minutes 10 pages are read, I will just do 10 divided by 8 and it will tell me for 1. 10 divided by 8, it will tell me for 1. Okay, Paxton? Just divide and that will tell you unit rate. For example, if this is your question, Paxton. Everybody is back in the main room.
I am now
Teachers
back.
and students, does anybody need extra time?
I'm good.
I'm good.
We're all good in my room.
All right.
Teachers, do you need extra time?
Nope.
Nope, we are
No.
good to hop off, teachers.
We're
But
good.
we have perfect. You guys are good to go. Don't end the session. There's one student still working on one problem with me, and we will end the session afterwards in a couple of minutes.
Thank you.
Sounds good.
Goodbye.
Paxton.
Bye.
Bye. Peace.
Why am I so good at?
If we are doing this one, Paxton, and you want to find for 1 month, right? What can you do? Use this information. You'll divide 50 by 4, and you will know that how much money was saved in 1 month. Because you know how much is saved over 4 months, you can find for 1 month. Finding for 1 is finding for constant of proportionality. Does that make sense, Paxton? Everybody can leave if you have no questions. If you have no questions, you can leave. Paxton, that makes sense? And third variety, I'm not sure how your question looks like. This is also question 4. Question 2, I believe. Let me see. Question 2. You want to find constant of proportionality? That means you want to find for 1 book. Then how much for 1 book, right? How do? Use this information? You can use any, but I'm going to use some smaller numbers and I'll divide. So cost of 4 books is $30. To find cost of 1 book. And that is how you can find. Question 3, Kamari. Let's see how your question 3 looks like. Kamari, this is first variety of question 3. If you want more details, you will also refer to yesterday's video. You divide, Regina, you're right. Kamari, is this your question 3? Question 3, Kamari, the answer is right here. In these questions, the answer is the number part. Whenever you write equations, the number is constant of proportionality, or the number is unit rate. So what is constant of proportionality? I will say it is 45.2. The answer is given to you in the equation, Kamari, right? Yeah, so in this one, the constant of proportionality is 45.2. That makes sense, Kamari? If I want constant of proportionality in this one, go ahead, tell me how much is constant of proportionality. See, look at the number. That is your answer. Because constant of proportionality means for each, and that is the number over here. Yes, Rajana says 1.1. Well, let's look at one more. It's not bad to practice. Question 3. One more. What is the constant of proportionality over here? This number. 14.6. Because that's how you write the equation. You have the unit rate over here. Right? Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much for attending. Enjoy the rest of your day.